The President, please be seated. The court is now back in session, and the chamber would like to give the floor to the International Co-Prosecutor to continue his line of questioning. Prosecutor, you may proceed.
Sir, I'd like to tell you a bit about what's been said about you in this trial in the last couple of months. I want you to listen to this and then think about it. On the 18th of February of this year, a witness testified, TCW 807, at E1 265.1. The time was 10:42. And he was reminded that in his statement to the Office of the Co-Investigating Judges, he had said that Ta San was the district secretary and asked when that was. He answered, quote, "I don't remember when he was becoming the district, but I later heard that he was district chief." Just last week, the last day we were in court, Thursday, a witness who was a guard at Krang Tachan prison testified that at 10:54, he said he used to meet you when visiting his parents at Les Baux. He was asked how did he know that Ta San was the district chief, and he said he heard from the villagers. And then later he was asked at 10:56, who told you at Krang Tachan that Ta San became the district chief? He was asked who at Krang Tachan told him. And he answered, it was Ta An who said that. And finally, sir, at 27th of January, 2015, E1 253.1, the witness was asked at 14:02, can you give us the names of any other officials at the cooperative or the level of the district? And in her answer, she said, and the district committee was Ta San. That was at 9:42. But then at 14:02, she explained, Ta San, I do not know his surname. He was the district committee. Before Lon Nol, before Khmer Rouge period, he was a teacher. Now, Mr. Witness, you've already received a letter before you testified, and I want to reiterate something to you. You are not here to be prosecuted for what happened during the Khmer Rouge period. I'm the international co-prosecutor. My predecessors and I have said, and my national colleague has said repeatedly, there will be no new suspects submitted to the investigating judges. There's no chance for you to be prosecuted at this tribunal because you're not one of the suspects whose names has been submitted for investigation. But I'd also, sir, tell you that you can. I'd ask the judges to tell you that in this proceeding, you're taking an oath and you're subject to a penalty for perjury. And I would make a motion to your honors under Internal Rule 36 that you please allow my national colleague to read to the witness Article 545 of the Cambodian Criminal Code, which sets out the penalty for false testimony under oath.
Co-prosecutor, Internal Rule 36 of the Internal Rule, and the article I will read is cited to Criminal Code of Procedure, Article 545.
ខ្ញុំអានណាសហប្រញ្ញារងអន្តរជាតិជាតិសូមជើញលោកវិទ័កូពេ
Thank you, President. I have in front of me Rule 36 of the internal rules, and I read paragraph 1, which says the chambers may, on their own initiative or at the request of a party, remind a witness of their duty to tell the truth and the consequences that they may result from failure to do so. So how I understand this provision, it is you, at the request of a party, who should remind the witness to tell the truth and not one of the parties. So I, of course, have no problem if the prosecution asks the chamber to remind the witness, but that's, I think, the proper proceedings.
The President, International Court Prosecutor, please hold on. Counsel Kong Sam-on, you may proceed. Thank you, Mr. President. Having heard the request for instruction for this witness by the International Court Prosecutor, it seems to me that there was no relation between the situation. It's a kind of threat to this witness. So when the court prosecutor referred to the internal rule or the criminal code of procedure, it's something like a threat to the witness who is testifying before the court.
Your Honor, these are absolutely solemn proceedings involving issues that are, we all agree, extremely important. Internal Rule 36 allows the court, on the motion of the parties, to advise the witness of the consequences of not telling the truth. And it indicates that it can be referred to the appropriate authorities of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Article 545 of the Cambodian Criminal Code sets out the penalty for false testimony, 2 to 5 years in prison and a fine. This witness should be advised of the consequences of false testimony. It also indicates in 545 that if the witness retracts testimony and speaks the truth before the termination of the trial procedure, the penalty would not apply. So I think, given the circumstances of the testimony, the amount of contradictions between this witness and other witnesses regarding his positions, numerous other witnesses, that it's only fair to this witness that he be advised of the consequences of false testimony.
Look, Tim.
The President, the trial chamber agreed to the International Court Prosecutor, and the International Court Prosecutor may remind the witness on this matter. Prosecutor, Mr. Witness, as indicated by the International Court Prosecutor, especially the proceeding before the trial chamber, I will now read to you one of the articles in the Cambodia Criminal Code of Procedure. This is applied equally to every Cambodian in the Kingdom of Cambodia. I would like to read for you Article 545. The false testimony made after the oath before the chamber or before the judicial police who acted in the framework of rocketeering ladder shall be punished for 2 to 5 years in prison and shall be fined for 4 million real to 100 million real. And the witness shall be exempt from any punishment if he or she retract his or her testimony spontaneously and only speaks the truth before the decision terminating the investigating or trial procedure has been made. Thank you, Mr. President. President, Mr. International Co-Prosecutor, you may proceed.
Mr. Witness, your fellow Cambodians are in the audience listening. The victims of the crimes are listening. Can you tell us, were you appointed to the District Committee of Tram Kak?
Witness, I answered to you, the mock who called me from Koh Andat to work at Tram Kak to be the assistant to help with some activity in Tram Kak. So in Tram Kak, I was staying in Lebo. At that time, Tachai was the secretary of Tram Kak district. It was Tachai who was secretary of Tram Kak district, and Ye Chiet and another person I don't recall. But I followed Tamok instruction to work in the dam construction, canal construction work site, and so on. Later after that, Tachai was sent to Battambang province, and I don't know what happened to Ye Chiet, but he was no longer at the district office. And the remaining were Ye Bươn and me. And Taron was the one who became secretary and in charge of Tram Kak district. Tamok did not declare that I become the secretary of the district. So those witnesses who said earlier, so they may confuse or they may made a mistake to refer to me as the secretary, but in fact I was not officially assigned as a district secretary at all.
You worked on the committee with Kit, Ta Kit, is that correct?
Answer. At the beginning, Takut was there. He was the secretary of Tram Kak district. And later he went to Kandal province. And then Tachai became the secretary of the district. And Ye Chiet, including myself, who was sent to help with other activities in Tram Kak district.
And you told us that in the end it was only you and Ye Bươn in the committee. Is that what I understand your testimony correct?
No,
President, please hold on, witness. Mr. Kung Sum On, you may proceed. Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to object this question because it is a repetitive question. The witness has already indicated that he was at Tram Kak as assistant, and Taron, who was from the sector, who became the secretary of that office. Thank you.
Well, that's a different understanding than I had, which is perhaps why the question may be necessary. I recall the witness saying specifically that when someone left Chit, it was he and Ye Buen that were left. Can I clarify with the witness? Is it correct?
បាត់ក្តីជំទាស់
The President, the objection by the defense counsel does not sustain. Witness, please respond to the question put to you by the International Court Prosecutor, because the trial chamber need to listen to your testimony in response to this question. Answer: I was at Tram Kok district with Ye Buen.
So it was just the two of you after Chit and Kit had left. Is that right?
Respond: Takut left the district already.
Mr. Witness, I thought you said Bat. You said yes before the microphone went on. Is that correct? Did you say yes to the question?
Answer: I responded that Takut had already left.
So it was you and Ye Buen that were left alone at the committee. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Respond: I was there with Ye Buen at the district, and Taron was from the sector who came and took charge over the district.
What was your position at that time?
Answer: no one had ever announced my position.
Did you carry out the work of the district committee and report to Sector 13?
Answer: I reported to Taron, and Ye Buen was also reporting to Taron.
Ron was the Sector 13 committee chief, correct?
President, International Co-Prosecutor, could you please ask the question again?
Told us earlier was the Sector 13 committee chief. Is that correct?
Answer: I don't know whether he was the secretary or the deputy or the secretary, but I saw only him at the sector, and he was assigned also to take charge of Tram Kok district.
The commune chiefs sent their reports to you. The commune chiefs from District 105, correct? after the others left, Kit and others left, and it was you and Ye Boon, the commune chiefs reported to you, correct?
Answer. I did not receive any report, but we would meet at the district office.
Now move on, and I've asked to show you some documents. And the first one is E32424. Specific.
អង្គជំនះអនុញ្ញាតបាទ
The President, your request is granted, co-prosecutor.
We could show on the screen in English it is 00322-149, and it is the right-hand section of the Khmer ERN 00271-029. Perhaps again to clarify, the ERN I have for Khmer is 00271028 to 29. The portion I'm interested in is on 29. On the right-hand side.
Rồi mình khơi nhé. Thì nó lấy ai ra dân.
The President, please look at the ERN on the document. Is it correct?
E/24
E/2424. Is this the correct document? Correction interpreter E3/2444.
Correct. Sir, there's a note on the right hand. It's on the left side of the page that has the ERN 00271028. It's on the right side of the page with the next ERN 00271029. It says, "To my beloved comrade An, for your information, I would like the comrade brother to communicate and take this person to Srey Ranong commune and question him to clarify for his network, to find out to whom he was with when he was in Srey Ranong for 3 months, and also who else were in his enemy network, then send me his answer." Signed, San. Do you recognize this document?
President Council Kong Sam On, you can proceed. Kong Sam On, thank you, Mr. President. Allow Mr. President to instruct the prosecution to clarify the document number, because in document E3/2424 there is nothing to the facts as stated by the co-prosecutor.
The document I have It's E3 2444. The ERN in English is 003222149. And it indicates on that page that it's a translation of ERN 00271028 to 29. This is a note that apparently was, according to the note, it's on the right-hand section of the Khmer ERN 00271029. Sir, I don't expect you to remember everything that happened almost 40 years ago. Do you recognize, is that something, a document that you sent, a note that you wrote?
The only thing I can see in this document is Kun, and then on this page there is another person by the name of Kun. That is all I can see.
I'll let my national colleague explain.
National Co-Prosecutor, Mr. Witness, do you have a document in your hand? Is it E3/2444? If so, at EAN with ending number 1029. And to the right of that document, there is a black part. It's a bit darker. And that is what has been read out in English by the International Co-Prosecutor. Do you see it on the documents that you have in your hand? It is, the witness, it is unclear to me as it is a little bit too dark to read out. Prosecutor, allow me to read it once again to you. And let me have a direct quote. To beloved comrade Anne, I would like the camera to communicate and take this person in Tribunal commune and question him to clarify for his network, to find out through whom he was with when he was in Tribunal for 3 months, and also who else were in his enemy network. Then send me his answer. Signature, San, true/true.
So do you recognize this as a note you wrote?
No, I do not recognize this handwriting.
I'd like to give the witness E3 2453. In English, the page with the ERN 00388-577. And in Khmer, ERN 002707773, and the next page, 74. The document number again is E3 2453. May I have the document given to the witness?
Yes, you may.
Do you have a page that ends in 773 and 774? There is a note that says, Brother Kit, be advised. As for Phong Phala and Pen Aung, I have decided to have Comrade Brother Chom send them to the District 105 Police. Signed, San. And it appears to be dated 18 October. The date just above it is 18 October 77 in the note above it. First of all, Mr. Witness, you know Chom, is that correct? He was the chief of the Ang Tasom commune, is that right?
Yes, I knew him. He was the Undersum commune chief.
Well, did you send Kit, before Kit left Tram Kop, did you send Kit this note regarding two individuals and asking that Brother Chom send them to the District 105 Police?
I cannot recall it. I forget it all.
In October 1977, Kit was still on the committee in Tram Kop, correct? This was only about 4 months after you arrived. You arrived in June. In October, Kit was still on the committee in Tram Kop. Is that correct, Mr. Witness?
When I arrived at the Tramkot district, Takat was still the district secretary.
So I'd like to go now to another document that's at another page of the same document. That's at the very end of that document. 2453, E32453. The very last pages, if those can be given to the witness. Your Honor, may this be passed to the witness?
Yes, you can do that.
You'll see on the first of these pages, it's a report. Beginning, it says, wish to respectfully report to the district base area party as follows. Number 1, enemy situations. I'm not going to read it all, but it ends saying, may the party be informed about the 4 of them, and lists 4 individuals, and provide us information on whatever the party decides. The 4 individuals were listed as a pilot, a secretary of a war material warehouse, a military police chief, and a corporal. And then at the very end, we see a note to Comrade Brother Kit. I have decided that these 4 persons should be arrested. Signed, San. Did you write that note to Kit? Again, 18th of October, 1977.
I found that portion that you read out, but I cannot recall it.
Let me keep moving because we're running out of time, so I'll go to another document, E3 2785, E3/2785. And I'm interested in what appears at English ERN 003222192. May that be given to the witness, please.
Mr. International Co-Prosecutor, could you please give the EN again, and please do it in the 3 official languages?
Thank you. In English, I have it's at 00322-192 to 193. In Khmer, 0007 9114 and 15, and in French 0075363 00753636.
អង្គជំរាបអនុញ្ញាត
Yes, you may proceed.
មានពីប្រឹក្សាទុកឯកសារក្នុងម្ដុំសិន
And duty counsel, please put aside the previous documents and please review the document that has just been delivered by the court officer.
And just to be clear, I'm interested in the second page of the 2 I gave, so ending in English 9-3, ending in Khmer 1-5, the very end of this. There's a note that reads, "To you, Comrade Brother An, please be informed. The above-mentioned persons were trying to escape to Yuan, along with other previous contemptible arrestees." Dated 7-3, San. Sir, did you write this note?
Regarding this note, which was written on the 7th of March, if you look at the handwriting, it is not my handwriting.
So what is not your handwriting? How about the signature at the very end, San? Is that your handwriting?
The signature that is in the form of a name is my name, However, the handwriting is not my handwriting, as I just stated.
Mr. Witness, I'll show you another document, and that is E3-2423. Your Honor, I have several documents. May I have permission to keep handing these to the witness so that he may view them before I ask any questions?
President, yes, in fact, you can give the documents in batch, but you need to give all the references, that is, the numbers in the 3 official languages before you deliver them.
Thank you. I think, with Your Honor's permission, I'll deliver them one by one, because otherwise it may confuse me or the witness. So this one is E3-2423. At Khmer, the ERN is 000-79128. In French, it's 00611732. And in English, it's 00322210. And the document reads, 1. Interrogate the contemptible Hull, second lieutenant, and ask him to find out his network. When he fled to Phnom Trotre Mountain, whether he had his network in Chimkar Siang or not. What are their names? 2. Concerning the name Sian, who was sent there yesterday, I would like to also ask Comrade Elder Brother to interrogate to find out his network of assignment and ask him who else has been assigned. What will be the activities? Elder Brother, please inquire about everything with them. San. Do you recognize this note? While you're reading that, I just advise, Your Honors, that there is... Mr. Witness, I'll also advise you that there's another document in this case, a notebook, E34083, that has a prisoner list.
The international co-prosecutor, the witness, has not yet responded to your question, but in fact he responded, but the microphone was not yet operational. And Mr. Witness, please respond to the last question asked by the co-prosecutor, if you still recall it. Otherwise, you may request the question to be put to you again. Witness. Yes, I can recall the question whether I recognize the handwriting, and I replied that it was not my handwriting.
Sir, time is running out today. I'm going to show you today one more document, E3/4093. In English, it's at 00831486. In Khmer, 00279786 and 87. The document number again is E3/4093. 4093, and the French ERN is 00729674. May I have the copy given to the witness, please?
ជំរាបអនុញ្ញាតបាទ
Yes, that you may proceed.
Sir, first let's look at the signature. That's your signature just above the date 7 August, correct?
The name is my name, but the handwriting is not mine.
Sir, was there any other San in District 105 in 1977, 1978? In the district committee offices?
Please put the question again.
You were the only San in the Tramcock District Committee offices, correct?
President, Mr. International Co-Prosecutor, please do not rush your questions because the French channel is not fully complete.
Thank you. At the end of the day, I think I am rushing. I'll slow down. Sir, you were the only San, person with the name San, in the Tramcock District Committee offices. Is that true? Or is there some other San that no one has ever mentioned?
No.
In the district, there was myself, San. However, there were also other men by the name of Sans at the commune, but I am not sure because they were older than me, so probably they have all died.
There was no other San working in the district committee or with the district committee, was there?
As for other men with the name of Sans, they were not part of the district committee. They were at the commune level.
This note is addressed to beloved comrade Chun. Who was Chun?
Chun was chief of the district office, and at that time he was much older than me.
Who was Ming, Comrade Ming? Mr. Witness, do you remember a Ming who ran a prison near Angroka? Meng.
No, I cannot recall that.
Let me read this note and see if you can explain this note to us. Beloved Comrade Chuan, with regard to prisoners from Changtong Commune, request to send any children that cannot be separated from their mothers. Any bigger children that have already gone to the mobile units or children's units, let them stay there and take just the mothers. But if children cannot be separated from their mothers, bring them in for interrogation, and after everything is finished, sweep them all clean. As for the widows from Trampang Tom Kang Chung, who are currently staying at the place of Comrade Meng, request to sweep them all clean. Sir, you were a teacher, an educated man, working in the district office. What do the words "sweep them all clean" mean?
I cannot provide you with an explanation.
Well, what does that mean? You can't explain why this crime was committed, or you can't explain what the words "sweep them all clean" mean. Sweep them all clean, Mr. Witness. Do you know, is it correct that that means to kill? It was understood during the DK regime that those words were equivalent of to kill. Do you agree with me or no? Do you want to speak to your lawyer? Okay. Do you need time to speak to your lawyer? Perhaps you could speak to him overnight. This might be an appropriate time to break, Your Honor. Do you want to answer the question, or do you want to speak to your lawyer?
I'd like to consult with my counsel.
Your Honor, this would be probably an appropriate time to break for the day.
Look, I'd be grow.
President, will you be able to consult with your duty counsel now, Mr. Witness, or you need additional time to consult with your lawyer? Witness, I need more time to consult with my duty counsel, and I wish to respond to that question tomorrow. President, thank you. We now come to the end of today's proceedings, and we will resume tomorrow morning. That is 10th of March 2015, commencing from 9 o'clock in the morning. And again, tomorrow the Chamber will continue to hear the testimony of witness Ning Uch. this information is for the relevant parties and for the public. And Mr. Ning Uy, the Chamber thank you for your testimony. However, it has not yet concluded. And for that reason, you are invited to return to the Chamber tomorrow morning. And court officer, please make an arrangement with the Visu for the transportation of Ning Uy to his residence and invite him to return to the courtroom tomorrow morning before 9 o'clock. Likewise, the Duty Council is also invited by the Chamber tomorrow morning for your consultation during the testimony of your client. And security personnel, you are instructed to take the two accused back to the detention facility and have them return to the courtroom prior to 9 o'clock tomorrow. The court is now adjourned.